Welcome to my land.
What's up? Today we are over here in the beautiful state of Michigan. We dropped off our loads over there in Kalamazoo, Michigan, like you've seen in the last video. And today, we're just hitting the road. We got on the road a little bit late today. It's about 9:40, almost 10 o'clock. And we're just now getting on the road. The trailer that we got, it had a brake chamber air leak on it, so we had to go to the shop. So that really slowed us down. We had to go over there. We was in the shop from 6 o'clock this morning. So about 9:30 we got out of the shop. They had to fix our brake chamber. So yeah, we're heading over down to Illinois to drop off this load. We got a load of paper. We are currently at 41,000 pounds in the box. We're currently about 306 miles away from our destination. So thought I'd bring you guys along with me today, and we're just gonna travel on down here to Illinois, see what we can see, make some money, and keep the rubber side down, driver. Starting off with this load, I had to go over to one of our yards, our trailer yards over in Kalamazoo, and to pick up a trailer. My dispatcher had texted me and he told me to make sure that my trailer was clean and dry. Well, I thought maybe I could just get a trailer that was clean. So I got in a trailer and I swept it out and everything. Texted him my trailer number and everything. And he was like, nope, can't get that trailer's wet. And I was just thinking, how do you know that this trailer is wet? Then he texted me and let me know, yeah, one of my other drivers had that trailer. They had got denied with that trailer, so no, we can't take that trailer. And I was like, all right, that's fine, that's cool. So I went and I grabbed me another trailer and I did me a little quick pre-trip on it. I seen that the tandems was slid up a little bit closer to the front, so I didn't need to slide my tandems or anything. I got over to the pickup over there in Kalamazoo, and since we're picking up a load of paper, they tell you gotta slide your tandems to the back to help them not be as bouncy when they're getting on and off the trailers. And I went to slide my tandems and I noticed, hey man, my tandems ain't locking out. They're not letting me slide. So I kept on trying and I kept on trying, but they just wouldn't let me work what I needed to do. So I called the company, let the company know. They called the service person. The service person was currently still over at the trailer yard because he was working on a couple of our trailers over there. So he's like, hey man, it'd be quicker, if you can just bring the trailer back over here. It was like 5 minutes down the road. So I was like, yeah man, that's cool, I'll bring it over there. So I got the trailer back over there to him and everything, and he was checking it out. And as he was checking it out, he was like, the reason it ain't letting you slide these tandems because it ain't got no brakes on it. I was like, what you mean it ain't got no brakes? He's like, it ain't got no brakes. The brake drums on here and the brakes, they're gone. They're gone, like completely gone. He was like, the first one on the front driver's side of my tandems, it was cracked. The one on the passenger side front of my tandems, he said it was very thin. Then the ones in the back, they were completely gone. So my tandems wouldn't even use the brakes if I needed them to. So I'm glad that we figured that out. So we went and we grabbed another trailer and we did a little pre-trip over that trailer. And we noticed that the tire was debeaded. Right before I hooked up, we noticed that the tire was debeaded on the tandems. The rear, back, inner tire of my tandems had been debeaded on that new trailer. So that was trailer number 3 for me for the day. So we didn't end up grabbing that trailer. Then we ended up grabbing this trailer I'm currently on now. And the only thing that we seen was wrong with this trailer was that the mud flap on my tandems, the bracket was broke. It was like not broke, but it was bent, and it needed a mud flap. And we talked about it and everything, and we was like, yeah, this is probably the best bet for us. That's only gonna take about 5-10 minutes to get that fixed, compared to having to take off a tire, put a new tire on, or putting on new brake drums, or having a hole in a roof. So we decided to go with this trailer and everything, and this trailer worked great for me. But as soon as I got to my pickup and I got this load of paper on me, I just kept hearing a hissing sound. coming from my valves after I started to get onto the road. I didn't hear that hissing sound on the way to my pickup, but I heard it after I had got loaded up. So I drove for about, a good 10, 15 minutes, and I pulled it on over on the side of the highway, tried to figure out what was going on, and I realized I had an air leak coming from my brake chamber on my trailer. So I called the company and let them know, and they was like, hey, we can get you a roadside out there. I was like, yeah, that's perfect. And then I looked on my maps, on my GPS, and I seen, hey, there's a TA 10 miles down the street from me. Do you think I can pull it on up over into that TA? And I looked, made sure there wasn't no DOT weigh station I would have to go by. In the meantime, the closest DOT weigh station was the ones that you guys had just seen back there, and that was about 30 miles away from me. So I knew I was good. I wouldn't have to see no DOT weigh stations or anything. And it was kind of late at this time. I think it was about 6 o'clock, about 6:30. So I knew it was gonna be a lot of traffic. People trying to get home. DOT, the ones that's on the road, they're mostly out here trying to make sure there's no wrecks, making sure everybody's getting home safely. And I was like, all right, I'm willing to risk it to go those 10 miles to go ahead and get my trailer where it needs to be. That will help me get back on the road faster. And I'm not having a problem braking or anything. My air pressure is still staying consistent. I'm staying around 100 to 120 mark, about 115, so to say. 110, 115, and staying consistent about that around there. So I know I'm not losing any air pressure. I'm just hearing a slow air leak. So I know if I needed my brakes, they would still technically be there for me. So we went ahead and we shot over to the TA and everything, and we got over to the TA. And I was talking to the guy in the TA, and he was telling me that his mechanic right now, his mechanic that he got on staff is currently out on a run. And then after he gets back from that run, he has another run he has to go get, and he also has to go get the part. It'll be about 9:30, maybe 10:30 before they could get to me, and they close at 11. I was like, yeah, that's fine or whatever. So I just stayed up a little bit later than I normally do. I usually try to get to sleep about 7:30. I just stayed up till about 9:30. And I just edited one of my YouTube videos up. So yeah, they called me about 10 o'clock last night. It was like, hey man, we had you down for about 9:30. We couldn't get you in because our mechanic just got back. So is there any way that we can get you in first thing in the morning? I was like, yeah, what time do you guys open up? They was like 6 o'clock. I was like, yeah, I'll be at the door at 6 o'clock in the morning. At 6 o'clock in the morning, they rang my phone and said, hey, come on in the door 2. So I went ahead, and my 10-hour break had just got finished. My 10-hour break had just got finished, so I went ahead and pulled on over to door 2 and everything. I creeped over there so I didn't jump my clock. When I say jump my clock, I mean go ahead. If you go over 5 miles, if you don't know, as a truck driver, in most of these trucks, if you go over 5 miles an hour, it will go ahead and put you on the drive line for the day. And being on a drive line for the day is gonna go ahead and start your clock. And really, if you're just using a yard move or something like that, you're not actually going on the highway, you don't need to start your clock. So since I know I was only staying in the TA yard, I didn't need to start my clock or anything. So I decided just to creep on over there about 4 miles an hour, got over to the dock, went out the dock, the door 2, where they was gonna work on my trailer. And I got in there about 6, and you guys seen where I just left out of there. So the mechanic was telling me that the spring inside of my brake chamber had completely broke off. So he had to get in there and work that out and put a new brake chamber on there for me and everything. But now we don't have no hissing. My brake chamber got a new brake chamber on there. My tires and everything is still good, so we're good to run. So we just hit the road today. When we hit the road, we was about 5 hours and 15 minutes from our delivery over here in Illinois. So we're gonna go ahead and drive it straight through, or try to at least drive straight through into Illinois. Right before I hit the road, I let the pup out to use the bathroom and gave him some food. Got these sausage biscuits. I got them from Walmart. They're like the Walmart brand. biscuits or whatever, and that's what I've been eating for breakfast the last couple of days. I figured I need to start eating more consistently while on the road, instead of just, because normally I would just, in the morning I'd have me a bag of Little Bites, the muffins, and then I'd have me a banana, and then after that it was like just junk food for the rest of the day until I took my break. So I figured this way I could, you know, have a little something more healthy. So what I did is I got those biscuits. So I eat me 2 of those biscuits for breakfast. Then I have me a banana after I start to get a little bit. Hey, there's another sweet truck. After I get hungry a little bit later on down the road, I'll go ahead and have me a banana. And then about that time, it's closer to the afternoon or something. So at that point, most of the time I'm trying to stop about 4 to 5 hours away from my trip. I really like the 3 to 4 hour mark when I pull over for the night. I like to be about 3 or 4 hours away from my delivery the next day. That gives me enough time to get up in the morning, hit the road, make sure that I'm still getting up nice and early so I can get miles down and done before people are trying to go to work. And I find that's the best time to drive for me, because there's not too many people on the road. I can still get a good amount of miles. I'm still waking up early enough where my day is ending early enough where 4:30, 5 o'clock, maybe 5:30 at the latest. Every once in a while it'll be about 6 o'clock I'm ending my day. But at that point I like that because I barely have to deal with the morning traffic, and I definitely don't have to deal with the afternoon traffic, because I rather drive in morning traffic than afternoon traffic. Because with afternoon traffic, I feel like people don't pay attention. They just got one thing on their mind, and that one thing is to get home. They don't realize cutting people off and speeding down the highway, you might not make it home like that. Or especially on a Friday, everybody's just trying to turn up for the weekend and hang out with their friends. So if I had to guess, as being a truck driver that's been on the road for a year now, I would have to say most accidents happen on Friday through Saturday, because Sunday most people are at home. They're either going to church or they're hungover from the night before. So I don't think many accidents happen on Sundays. I think most of the accidents are going to happen Friday night, when people are speeding, going home from work, trying to get home, wanting to hang out, a party and stuff. And then Saturday is when people is hanging out and doing their thing. So I feel like those 2 days are going to be the days that the world or the country, well, yeah, the world or the country sees the most wrecks. Man, look at that peak right there. That peak looking good. Look at that over there. It's like a rock quarry or something. You can see the water down there. I don't know if y'all guys can see it, but there's water down there. It kind of looks blue, like a dark blue color. I don't know. It smells a little funny though. It smells like rotten eggs out here. I don't know what they're doing with that. It looks cool though from the highway, but it stinks. It smells like stagnant water. I guess it smells like that because that's exactly what it is, but it smells exactly like stagnant water. So we are currently in Ohio, just crossed over into Ohio. I'm about, as you guys see, 4 hours and 46 minutes away from my delivery. I don't have to deliver till the 11th, which is tomorrow at 11 o'clock. So I mean, I'm just gonna go ahead and call it a day here. I'm currently at a Blue Beacon, about to get me a truck wash. I'm gonna go ahead and jump out real quick, let you guys see the truck. It is super dirty. I haven't got it washed since the beginning of December. So as you guys can see, we're super duper dirty. A little before, these are supposed to be chrome. See the dirt just coming off of it. These are supposed to be chrome. I seen the up under the hood in the last video when I was doing my little pre-trip or whatever. It was super dirty up under there also. So, you know, we're gonna definitely got to get the truck clean, make it look a little bit better as we go down the road. I mean, we are a billboard, so you don't want a dirty billboard. So we're about to go ahead and run up in this truck wash, try to get a little clean. As you guys can see, The truck wash is packed, so I'll be here for probably about an hour. But after I leave here, I'm just gonna go across the street to the Loves, call it a day.
Welcome to my life. Welcome to my life, not stopping at stoplights. Up all night long, listen to my songs. Knowing she sing along, she won't leave me alone. I struggle with addiction, take their prescription. Something's on my mentals, telling me to.
So this is the end of the truck after we got out of the blue beacon and they washed it. They did an alright job. In some of the spots you can see that they missed the dirt. But yeah, this is the end. It looks way better. I just want to say thank you guys who made it to the end. Like, comment, and subscribe. We out.